The Bill of Rights story. 1783. America had just won its independence from Great Britain. It was now a new country, and it was struggling with the very idea of democracy. The Articles of Confederation, which is known as America's very first constitution, were not working, so they decided to have a constitutional convention. The Constitutional Convention was originally held to address the problems with the Articles of Confederation. This convention led to the proposal of the Constitution that we have now, but not everybody felt all warm and fuzzy about this new Constitution. The Federalists believed that the Constitution was a great idea. This group was led by James Madison, John Jay, and Alexander Hamilton, while the Anti-Federalists believed that having a new Constitution would be like having a king again, and this group was led by George Mason, Patrick Henry, and Samuel Adams. A famous quote from Anti-Federalist George Mason was, "To disarm the people is the best and most effectual way to enslave them." The Anti-Federalists believed that having a constitution would also limit states' rights. The debates between the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists went on long enough, and finally they decided to compromise. Written by James Madison, this document was intended to protect the individual liberties of the American people. The First Amendment has 5 parts: the freedom of speech, religion, petition, assembly, and press. The Second Amendment is the right to bear arms. This is perhaps one of the most controversial amendments to the Bill of Rights. The Third Amendment is the right to turn away soldiers from housing with you during combat. Now, the Third Amendment may sound a bit silly to you these days, but during the American Revolution, soldiers were actually allowed to stay in the homes of perfect strangers. The Fourth Amendment, no unreasonable search and seizures. Come back with a warrant. The Fifth Amendment actually has several parts. 1. No double jeopardy. You cannot try someone for the same crime more than once. 2. Self-incrimination. I plead the fifth. 3. The right to a fair and speedy trial. This is called due process. And 4. Miranda rights. You have a right to remain silent. The Sixth Amendment actually means you have a right to a speedy and public trial. You can't keep me in jail for 20 years without even giving me a trial. I have to know what I'm here for. The Seventh Amendment means you have a right to a jury. Can I have a jury in this case, please? The Eighth Amendment means no excessive bail, no excessive fines, and no cruel and unusual punishment. I sentence you to life for stealing this piece of gum. The Ninth Amendment means that even if it's not in the Bill of Rights, you still have human rights such as education, freedom, equality, justice, and hope. And the 10th Amendment, of course, belongs to the states. Any amendment that is not in the Constitution belongs to the states. The Bill of Rights was ratified over 225 years ago, and although this document is one of the oldest living documents in America today, it is the basis for how we operate. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel.